Hello, everybody. My name is Sky. I am your friendly neighborhood autistic person full of random useless facts. And today we are getting back into Horizon Zero Dawn Remaster. We are hopefully in this stream going to finish the game so that we can head onwards to Mass Effect 3.
So many memories. It's not home anymore. Not without Rost.
Speaking
There's
of
nothing
Rost,
for me here anymore.
we are going to update him real quick on the goings on of what we learned from Project Zero Dawn. Hello, Munchkin Man. I think you need to be taken into the vet, buddy. He's been very, very sensitive on his back. Can't even run a hand across it. You can get that checked out, okay? Yeah. Little man. He likes to say hi.
Hi, Rost. I'm back. It's been a while. I've got what I need to destroy Hades. The Master Override. Now all I have to do is drive it into Hades' skull, so no problem there. The final battle will be fought at Meridian. Hades will come for the Spire, and I'll be ready. I found out how Elizabeth died. She sacrificed herself, as you might expect. Said something about going home. I wonder where that was for her. If I ever find out, I'd like to go there. See it myself. Assuming I actually survived the battle at Meridian, of course. Which, let's face it, is... well... who knows? Well, I'll try to come back if I can, but... I guess this might be it. Thank you, Rost. Thank you for everything.
I'm glad I did a better job of talking to Ross through this playthrough. Alright, let's get ready. First things first. We have an armor. We have a piece of armor to unlock. I don't know why that was such a struggle. Is it because of you? Are you a little distraction? He says I might be. Just a baby. But we are going to pick up this armor, and then we actually have a couple of side quests that we can very quickly and very easily complete now. And so we're going to go ahead and do those, because I mentioned this in my first playthrough of Horizon Zero Dawn. When it comes to the big fight, the big finale fight, the more side quests you have completed and the more people you have helped, the more you will have on your side in the fight. The better luck you will have in the fight. So we're going to go ahead and wrap the final side quest that we have waiting up for that purpose.
I wonder what's down here. This isn't a cave. It's a ruin. These devices are missing power cells. I'll have to find power cells to get these to work. There, fits. I just need to slot in one more. That's two. It's some kind of code. I think the old ones use numbers like this to indicate time. Maybe there's some more information nearby. Something that will tell me how this works. Looks like each dial has 4 positions. Maybe if I get each dial in the right position. Did it. Now to check the door. Those clamps have the armor locked in place. Maybe there's a way to power up the mechanism, release the clamps.
Ultraweave Mark 7.1 Trials, October 65th. Trial 49B, 10365, pass threshold 85 out of 100, results ballistic test 91, shrapnel test 87, laser test 88, shield integrity 86, impact to torso 51, impact to arms 62, impact to legs 43. Notes: Weave is not tightening properly on local impact tests. We need to optimize existing sensors or add more. Another test. Sensor optimization successful, but torso protection still lagging. Recommend increasing wave density. One more test. Getting there on the weave density and detection components, but an integration error on the left knee tanked the impact test. Ouch. Subject isn't going to be able to walk that one off. Surgery required. Oh yeah, sure enough, impact legs 13 on the integrity. Ooh. Ultraweave progress from Major Garrow to General Aaron Harris. General, you wanted fast, cheap, and good, and that's what we're going to deliver. By using a flexible nanofiber weave instead of plating and enhancing protection with a 400 EV hard light microprojector, we've reduced our testing cycle from weeks to days, and I'm confident we can get the suit out by next month, with enough production to cover dozens of elite units at least. Better yet, it will be half the weight, half the cost, and offer twice the mobility. All we need is the balance of our funding, a few more techs, and another experienced test subject. I know resources are stretched to the breaking point, but any more delays will jeopardize the schedule, so please advise ASAP. May God be with you and Jane in these dark times. Semper Fi, Major Garrow.
Just need to install these power cells. That should do it. Only 2 more. Just 1 more. There we go. The last one. All power. These numbers. They must be related to segments of a circle.
Shoot, I might have to relook this one up. I always struggle with this one. My brain struggles really badly with numbers. Yeah, I'm just gonna look it up real quick. Give me 5 seconds. Judge me all you want. Did I get the wrong guide? So this one's right. This one needs to change to the left. This one stays up. This one stays here. This one needs to change.
Did it.
There it is.
Let's have a look at that armor inside.
East is 90 degrees, south is 180 degrees, west is 270 degrees, and then it is north, east, and then west again.
All right. Now let's see what we can do with this material.
Oh, thank you. Let's try this. I wish there was a way for me to keep my chat up while also Googling stuff. But either way, we have the... Oh, I forgot about this Shadow Starlight thing. Did we pick it up? Did I just unlock it and then walk out without it? No, I picked it up. Oh, right. Doesn't it go in a box? Yeah, it goes in a box. There it is. Right. Oh, is it because I'm going into crafting? Yeah, it's because I'm going into crafting. You cannot add modifications to the Shield Weaver outfit, but that's fine. You don't need to, because the Shield Weaver is exactly what it says. It provides a shield. When it is damaged, it will take some time to recharge after being depleted, but not too bad of a time. Munchkin Man, don't be an asshole. We've talked about this. He's gonna be an asshole. I'm gonna have to go get him. Alrighty. Progress, progress, progress. Actually, wait, we don't need to... Okay, Munchkin Man, stop. If you make her fall off of that and she gets hurt, I'm gonna beat the ever-loving shit out of you. Okay? You being an asshole is not acceptable. Stop. Do not get her hurt because you want to be a dick. Like, it's one thing when he bothers the girls, it's another thing when he goes after them when they are up in high spaces and fire. Don't do that shit. It's not cool, dude. I never wanted an orange cat. And yes, it is I'm the reason that we got him. He was just so cute. I completely forgot my reasonings for never wanting an orange cat. Alrighty, now let's go finish up these remaining side quests. We have Varga. We just got to return to her. I'm pretty sure we got everything. Geared up ice rail. For some reason, there's an X on this, but we did get a... Yeah, we took down a Stormbird. Either way. Let's return to her real quick and turn these in.
Found the part. Ready to fix up that weapon?
I am always ready to fix up a weapon.
Never thought I'd be glad to see the inside of a Thunderjaw's mouth.
I sure am. Every machine's a big box of tools. Once they stop trying to kill you, that is. Trust me, Aloy. You won't recognize this ice rail when I'm through. There. Oh, she's perfect. A spear's a spear, right? Poke slash done. Boring. I adjusted the chill water flow, rebalanced here, strapped on a launcher, and now she shoots freezing spikes. Ta-da!
You weren't kidding.
More beautiful, more powerful. That's my guarantee.
Here it is. One Stormbird Talon.
Let's do it. I haven't had this much fun in ages. Watch and learn, Aloy. Only don't stare directly at the sparks. Okay, so I pretty much had to break her in half. But what's a staff? A stick. One thing I like about sticks, you can put them back together however you want.
Which you did. This thing looks a whole lot more dangerous.
She's better than dangerous. She's a genuine Varja special now. Take good care of her.
I've got what you asked for. Show me what you had in mind for the forge fire.
Finally! Was feeling like I neglected her. And that's a little too close to my family life. She's done and she's yours. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Looks great. I almost expected you to turn it into a burning ropecaster or something.
Nah, she was close to perfect from the start. She's a Varja original after all.
Thanks, Varja. These 3 weapons are fine work.
Are you kidding? I can't remember when I had this much fun. I should be thanking you.
I'm the one walking away with the weapons, aren't I?
It seems wrong to charge you for giving me an opportunity to do what I love doing. Don't tell Pop I said that. Here, whenever I tinker with weapons, I go through fistfuls of this stuff. Maybe you'll get some use out of it.
Alrighty. Completed all of those. And we also completed Deadliest Game while we were out and about. Let's go rub it in Assis's face.
Alive and well in Meridian. The card.
Buy what you need, leave the rest. Is that really all we have? It won't do it all.
I've got all the best goods here.
This week. Still can't find what I want.
What I have for sale, I promise.
But I can't find what I'm looking for.
Just as Durval deserves is at the tip of the spear.
Where's Talana? Maybe upstairs. No Assis either. Maybe Ligon knows where they are.
You have trophies? I can hang on to them until the Sunhawk returns.
Where are Assis and Talana?
Assis received word about Red Maw and rushed out. Talana found out a short time later and had to follow.
They both went alone?
Assis left without his thrush. Talana did as well. Though, I saw some Outlanders follow after her.
I wouldn't put it past Assis to try something underhanded to get the kill. Where have they gone? I have to help if I can.
You might be right. They've gone southeast, headed for the spear shafts. You'd better hurry.
Spies have released Prince Itamen from Sunfall.
These will keep.
How much did Assis pay you?
That sounds like her.
May the sunlight...
from this.
These must be the outlanders who followed Talana.
No!
Cease hired some thugs.
If we must die, die with honor!
Run if you can!
Thank you. I should have seen this coming. Of course he would hire men to keep me from Redmaw. They died for his pride. Where is Assis now? He's gone after Redmaw. This way. Hurry! Why is Assis going after Redmaw alone? Vanity. He doesn't want to share credit for the kill with his thrush. My sponsor did the same. Went after Redmaw alone out of pride. Even though he knew we needed to unseat Assis. I'm not sure where Assis and Redmaw went from here. I can follow their tracks. This way. Redmaw destroyed these trees. I fear we're too late. Regardless, I arrived in time to see him die from his wounds. And with my father, I didn't even get that. Where was Assis when your father passed? Watching. He became Sunhawk that day. I won't even speak of the event that made it possible. That all changes today. There he is. Redmaw. Assis is holding his own. Was holding his own. Well, we have our work cut out for us. Thunder. Out of him. He's half done. Good hit.
Rally! Prove your worth to the Sun King! Ha! close isn't good enough.
We're doing it! He's nearly down! Just a little bit more! Got him! By the sun, we did it! Hello there, beautiful. We make a great team. And now, you're the Sunhawk.
About that.
Talana, he's still alive.
Out of the way, Nora. Filth.
You're done. The Lodge is finally free of your influence.
I kept it alive. In dark times.
No, you buried it. Along with my father's memory.
I should have... I should have let you fight Redmaw first. To soften him up. Damn.
Here lies the Sunhawk of the Hunter's Lodge. It's almost a shame.
After all that, you're gonna weep for him.
Oh no. I just wish I could have seen his face when I succeeded him.
Okay then.
Meet me back at the Hunter's Lodge, if you have the time. I have a feeling the new Sunhawk wants to welcome you.
That actually went very well. That was a really good fight. I'm impressed with myself. I did good. We actually took very minimal damage. Y'all notice that? Well, it got hit a couple of times. I'm getting better. Just in time to finish the game. Oh, hey! So you are still here, the fire person. Show off. Do your thing.
Was the assassin
Yes.
really an Oseram? Treacherous scum.
Hawk Bradavin Khan Padish, cherished brother, and Sunhawk Talavad Khan Padish, beloved father. Let their memory and sacrifice be a beacon for all hunters, all people to follow.
Record of Red Maw 2. An amendment to the Record of Red Maw by inquiring John Denman, historian in residence at the Hunter's Lodge. In time, all creatures fall, all legends fade away. Such it was with Red Maw, deadliest of Thunderjaws. In the summer of the 3rd year of the reign of the Sun King Avad, Sun Hawk Assis received word of a sighting and set out after the beast. Talana, Hawk of the Lodge, went soon after, quickly followed by her thrush, Aloy of the Nora. Fearing Talana might take Red Maw first, and thus supplant him as Sun Hawk, Assis resorted to treachery, laying a trap for the hawk. 9 mercenaries ambushed her, but aided by her thrush, defeated them all. 6 shot, 3 blasted. Not accurate. I stabbed most of them. Hawk and Thrush continued after Red Maw, arriving just as the legendary monster took Sun Hawk Assis out of the fight. Lash of the tail. Working together, the 2 women finally defeated Red Maw in a fight for the ages. Alas, the wounds that Assis sustained were mortal, crushed internal organs, evidence of bowel failure, and he did not live to see Talana take his place as Sunhawk. So ends the record of Red Maw, most murderous of machines.
Look, a memorial to my father and brother, and all the men who died in the Sun Ring. You made this possible, Aloy. Thank you.
So, what's it like to be Sunhawk?
It feels like sunrise after a long night. I'm in your debt. You'll always have a special home here, if you want it.
What happens now, in the lodge?
As Sunhawk, I've made sure we invite prospective members based on ability and drive, regardless of Karja blood. This lodge will be a stale bastion of the old regime no longer.
What was that prayer you were saying when I first came in? I didn't hear all of it.
O great sun, make treaty with the moon to give our fallen quiet rest. Furnish them with the armor of your brazen heat. Give them shafts of sunlight for spears. Illuminate the path to the skies for each one of them. Hawk Gravid Khan Morza, Hawk Sarav Khan Pir, Hawk Usalin Karn Jagir, Hawk Kulasiv Khan Savali, Hawk Bradavin Khan Padish, cherished brother, and Sunhawk Talavad Khan Padish, beloved father. Let their memory and sacrifice be a beacon for all hunters, all people to follow.
Well, congratulations, Talana. I should get going.
Thank you, Aloy, despite the Nora. May you always take your prey.
Alright. Nothing left to do. Start the main fight. Let's go to the Palace of the Sun. Gosh, I love this armor.
Anywhere to go if you're lost. I'm a guard, not the town crier. Not what I imagined when I was a boy. But it's decent work keeping the city safe. There are no shadows under the noonday sun. Word goodbye.
Aloy, what brings you to Meridian?
A threat. Helis commands a legion of fanatics called the Eclipse. They will attack soon from the west, with an army of ancient war machines. But that's not the worst of it. They'll bring a mind with them, god, demon, machine, whatever you want to call it. It's called Hades. And it doesn't want Meridian at all. It wants the Spire. And if it gets there, it will send out a call, waking more ancient machines, more than we could ever defeat. All will be lost. We can't let that happen.
I'm trying to understand, but my responsibility lies with Meridian.
Meridian isn't the target, Avad. You have to defend the Spire.
Perhaps the Vanguard, Your Radiance.
Yes. Send them to the Spire. Eren knows Aloy. He won't question it.
And have the city guard fortify the western ridge. There they can be seen to protect Meridian and the Elite, where the Spire rests.
Aloy, allow me to apologize for my behavior before. After everything that happened with Ursa, I was confused. If we're to fight together on the brink of life and death, I'd prefer to do so with your forgiveness.
Then you have it. As long as you don't confuse me with her again.
Even a king can learn his lesson. Good then. I'm glad that's behind us. Now, it will take time to prepare our defenses. Please, tell me what you know of our enemies. Everything.
I don't know about everything, but I'll tell you what I can.
Quietly does it. Panic in the city will only create another enemy. And do keep me appraised of each new arrival. Ah, Aloy. Preparations are underway on the ridge defenses and at the Spire. Word was sent to every corner of the Sundom. Our allies offered their steel. Some came for Meridian, others for shards. But many came for you, by name.
For me.
Don't be so humble.
The ridge will be the front line. That's where the city guard are holding?
Yes, bolstered by some of the irregulars I spoke of before. The Oseram cannons that thundered Meridian's walls in the Liberation will now defend us. You're welcome to tour the defenses.
And the Spire. Erend and the Vanguard are there?
Indeed. Clashing breastplates together and testing out their battle cries, I suppose. A number of the Nora have also arrived at the Spire. They have resisted the offer of a royal audience. Perhaps you could parley with them.
I will. I suppose all we can do is wait for the attack.
Exactly. It's not a feeling I cherish, but our spotters at Evening Sign report there's still no movement in the west. So, if there's more you need to do elsewhere, seize this time to do it. Otherwise, I've made the apartment of Olin Delverson available to you. You can sleep there, if sleep comes.
Alright, we're going to go and review both defense sites, and we're going to check in with all of our allies, make sure everybody's ready to go. Oh, we got another Sobek journal. Let's see what we got here. Last time I visited Prime was November of last year. Months since have been a blur. Flew out last night to oversee installation of the central armature and the master override. You're welcome, Ted. Which was completed by 0430. So I decided to grab a few hours of sleep here before heading back to ZD. Called Gaia before I bedded down, ostensibly to update her on the site plan, but the truth is, I missed her. I've developed a habit of speaking with her before I sleep. Seems to be the only thing that calms me these days. Woke to a message from Oswald. The Odyssey launched yesterday, so terrestrial life's chance of survival has doubled. Why then do I feel so uneasy? I just keep pondering what kind of world Far Zenith will create if the ship reaches its destination so many decades from now. And I worry about that Alpha build of Apollo. So much knowledge, so few restraints, and no fail-safes. How will they avoid repeating our mistakes? What's to stop them from playing God? I forwarded the Odyssey message to the Alphas. Naoto replied in less than a minute, with a poem, of course. The Building of the Ship by Longfellow. And it's long, all right. I didn't read all of it, but it seems to be about launching a ship rather than building one. This stanza, or couplet, or whatever, leapt out at me. Humanity, with all its fears, with all its hopes of future years, is hanging breathless on thy fate. Yes, Odyssey and Zero Dawn both. Speaking of which, I should get back to ZD. Guess I should stop by Naoto's lab and check on Demeter's progress too. If I can get out of there without a volume of Tennyson pressed into my hands, I'll count myself lucky. Till next time.
Get to safety. The battle begins. I have a matter of grace and beauty I would like to discuss with you.
I think that was the same one. I'm actually pretty certain it was. Yeah. I don't know why it does that sometimes. It only does that with the Elizabeth Sobek journals.
The guard under the last king. Far cry from those days.
The woman is Sunhawk of the Lodge. The sun has risen on a new day.
Durval storm.
Yeah, they fixed quite a few different little things and tweaked some
Have you just
minor
polished that armor,
graphic
was it?
issues with the remaster that I like.
Isn't that a little...
What? There wouldn't be
Nothing.
anything left. Out with it, woman.
Forget I said anything. You look very dignified.
Thank you.
And shiny. Very shiny.
But yeah, they tweaked a few minor graphical things, and one of the things is that her hair's a little less alive, but it still, of course, is Aloy's hair. It's gonna be a running meme probably all the way into the third game about how her hair has its own life. It does its own thing. Look at this. It does fall a lot better though. It's got a lot more weight to it. Very good.
Aloy, I told you I'd be here.
You did, Teb. But have your wounds even had time to heal?
Honestly, if I fought, I'd probably come undone. But don't worry, I'll leave that to the other Nora at the Spire. I brought supplies instead. These Karja have made me an honorary quartermaster, whatever that means.
It sounds impressive.
I could get used to it. We'll be setting up caches of arms and medicine under these banners. Look for them when the fighting starts. Aloy, when you went into the mountain, did the goddess tell you our chances?
She didn't need to. I know we can do this, Teb.
Maybe we can.
Oh, my poor feet.
Little Huntress, you called, so here I am.
Ready to fight?
Fight? I thought you just wanted tea and conversation. Is there a battle coming? I wasn't informed.
Well, that can't be true. You're always informed.
Ah, so I am. We've only met a few times, and yet you know me so well.
I don't think I know you at all. But I'd like to.
When I hear that line, it usually means something else. Can I tell you a secret?
Of course.
I've been waiting for this fight my whole life. The enemy we face today is the same that turned Meridian into a slave pit and Sunfall into a bloodbath. Fanatics who torture and murder mothers, fathers, families, children, and say it's the will of the sun. I hate them, Aloy. I've got the scars of their whips on my back to prove it. And today, we can get rid of them once and for all. I said I came for you, but that was only half the truth. I came for them. This time, they're not getting away.
I'm with you, Vanasha. We'll fight them together.
And I won't forget it, little Huntress. Tomorrow, may the sun rise in a better world.
Another journal. Halloween. Travis came by trick-or-treating, dressed up like me. Should have seen that coming. I gave him a half-eaten packet of dandy wafers as a treat and kicked him out. But not before he invited me to some kind of Italian horror extravaganza he organized for ZD staff. Seriously, as though there isn't enough horror in the world already. Anyway, I was already scheduled to fly out of here to G Prime for final inspections with Harris and the President's delegation. Ted was here too, and he was not looking good. Kept fidgeting and couldn't seem to look me in the face without blinking. I was relieved when he boarded his vert and flew back to Thebes. Gag. Though, I guess I shouldn't complain. If he wants to build himself a deluxe shelter to ride out the apocalypse, let him. Keeps him out of Elysium and away from me. Harris stuck around long enough to give me a detailed briefing on the strategic situation. Basically, we've entered the terminal phase. As though the color of the sky when I was flying over here wasn't clue enough. Another 2 or 3 weeks and the atmosphere won't be breathable. The last vestiges of the European and West African Civ brigades are trapped with their backs against the Atlantic. The swarm that scuttled across Antarctica is crossing the Straits of Magellan, about to start its death crawl up South America towards the Amazon. All the work we did to reconstitute the rainforest, and it comes to this. And advanced elements of the Pacific swarms are already skirmishing with units on the Kalmar seawall. The noose is tightening. Projections show that we can still finish in time, but there's the margin of error is give or take 10 days. Not a good spread. If the plague breaks through ahead of schedule, well, it just can't. I will not let that happen. Enough writing. I need to get back to Zero Dawn.
Let your guard down.
Aloy?
At ease, Uthid. Meridian will be glad to have you on its side. And I am too.
The honor is mine. You saved my epitaph from being a fine soldier, but a fool of a man.
I'm hoping you won't need any kind of epitaph just yet.
As the sun wills. When you found me, I was trying to eke out a glorious death. But now, a glorious life seems more preferable. To watch Edelman play in the low gardens again. Still surrounded by a dozen guards, but... what you did, Aloy, it was done well. Although, I can't shake this road, Vinasha. She delights in goading me. Like brazen colors waved before a behemoth.
Do you want me to ask her to stop?
No. I accept it. Well then. Meridian shall stand and shadow shall fall. I swear it.
Here's to that, Uthid.
It's not what I imagined when I was a boy, but it's decent work, keeping the city safe.
Elita, I'm pleased to see you, but what are you doing here?
I'm helping prepare for the battle. If a Thrall were here, we would have fought together. I know it. So I'm doing everything I can. Digging battlements, collecting herbs. Anything that makes a difference. I can't take his place. Nothing can take his place. But I'm here for him. For both of us.
I understand what it was he saw in you.
He'll always be with me. Sun and shadow still meet for a moment. Every dawn and dusk. I should give you this. To help in the battle. By the sun, I hope you don't need it.
Thank you, Elita. Be safe.
Huh. So you must be Aloy then. I thought there'd be more of you.
More of me.
Thicker, I suppose. More of a gear wheel, less of a ringlet. Don't get me wrong, you're very well struck.
Do all Oseram flirt at the most inopportune times?
Inopportune? Battle hasn't even started yet. Petra Forge woman. I hail from the Free Heap. I'll be heading back in the next dust storm. Murad asked me to check over the city arsenal first. Cannons have aged well, but I've cleared their throats so they can really roar.
Can I try one?
Everybody wants a turn. Have at it then. Nice and wide. No need to aim it like a bow. Is good. Try the next. See? That'll knock a machine on its ass, ancient or no. With these, I think we could hold off an army.
Thank you, Petra. I'll let you finish up.
Honest metalwork is hardly work at all. Look after yourself, Flamehair.
How many men do you think you'll kill in the battle, Luthid?
As many as I have to.
Nakoa, you came to fight.
How could I not? During the Red Raids, there was only one Karja Butcher the Nora feared more than Zaid.
Helis.
I would stand against any army he leads, no matter how strong. For the Nora he terrorized, for myself, and for my father.
We'll stop him. You have my word.
Your word means a lot, especially now. Because of you, I hear the sacred land is opened. If we win, I can go home. It'll be good to see Jan again. I'm with you, Aloy. Until the end.
Sun King Avad spies saved Prince Edaman from the Shadow Karja. Now they have no claim.
Now that you've rescued Prince Edaman, perhaps the Sun King will end the civil war once and for all.
I think the... Nope, that's a repeat. That's the same one. I don't know why they do that. I think the only ally that we will be missing is probably Nil, because we did not finish the bandit camps. I'm pretty certain he's the only one that should be missing. I think we got everybody else. It's nice to have friends.
Aratak? I didn't expect you to come all this way.
It's true I am a stranger in this green and snowless land. Aurea forgave the Karja, but I never did. Still, I was compelled to come for my once chieftain. It's good to see you leading again. This young ice hunter seeks to prove herself also. Her spark reminds me of Aurea's in our youth. And I'm proud to take my place behind you on this hunt. A great challenge.
Survive and prevail, right?
There is no other way.
You're the hunter from the Banuk Grove.
I remember you also, Nora. The machines shook free of their slumber after you arrived. Raged and fought.
Well, that wasn't my fault.
No, I'm thanking you. That night, I decided I would not go back to Banur. I would take my hunt into these lands. So many machines, even demons. Spidery, skittering, without the blue light in them. Dead things that must be killed again.
Our enemies dug up an army of them.
An army? Yes, that's why I came. Good. I'll wait.
Talana, why are you here?
I'm your hawk. Where else would I be?
Defending Meridian with Avad?
I leave that to the rest of the Lodge. I will not stand aside while one of mine fights alone. Not again.
Are you sure you...
You're risking your life for all of us. You can't ask me to stand by and watch. Not when I have the power to change it.
Then I won't ask you.
It's settled. I will fight by your side. My only request...
Name it.
Leave the biggest machine for me.
No promises.
rises taller than the highest tree.
These Carja in their frilled armor look like turkeys.
But there are so many. And now we are so few.
They are not our foe. Not this time.
Quiet now. She comes.
War Chief Sona. War Chief, you seem uncomfortable.
The Nora do not belong here. I do not belong here. I will fight the metal devil that threatens us all, but my place is in the sacred land. The wrongness here jags at me like an arrowhead.
I'm sorry to put you through this.
Do not be sorry. This will be ended. My spear, my word.
So who are these guys?
They call themselves the Eclipse.
What does that even mean?
It's when the moon gets in front of the sun, idiot.
Is that supposed to sound scary or something?
I don't know. They used to be Carja. Carja are always yammering about sun and shade.
Well, if they used to be Carja, how tough can they be?
Yeah, they're best guys dressed like birds. We'll rip their little feathers off.
And let's not get cocky, boys. Aloy. So here we are again, gearing up for a fight. Only this time it sounds like the bad guys have a lot more firepower. What are we up against, really?
I'm not sure. But there's gonna be a lot of them, and they'll have machines. And if they get past us, it's not just Meridian that will fall. The rest of the world will go with it.
Well, that's big. It sounds like our kind of fight. Right, guys? Well, where do they put the Vanguard?
At the front of the line!
And why?
Steel before iron!
And what are we gonna do?
Hit them like a hammer till they can't hit back!
Damn right! You hear that? Nobody's getting past the Vanguard. We're here for Meridian. And we're here for you.
Thank you, Erend. Ursa would be proud.
Well, only if we win.
Greetings, Aloy. Don't. You don't need to bow. The Anointed doesn't like it.
She doesn't much like being called Anointed, either. It means a lot to have you here, Varl.
I gave my word.
So, Meridian, what do you think?
I've seen many new things since I first met you. I should thank you.
Varl, what's wrong?
You really want to know? All right. I'm in a foreign land, a tainted land, defending a faithless city that looks like nothing I've seen. From something I can't imagine. And you, after all that's happened, all you've done, I feel like I should drop to my knees and worship you, but I know you don't want that.
Boy, things are pretty tough for you, huh? Thanks for telling the other Nora not to bow. It's the last thing I need.
Don't be too hard on them. They only joined this fight because the Anointed bid it so.
Is that why you came?
No. I would have come just to see you one more time. And we must fight a metal devil, because the goddess says. Or because you say.
I think the goddess and I are in agreement. We're both glad you're here.
So am I.
All right. All of our defenses are ready. All of our allies are lined up. Only thing left to do now is take a nap. Go. Such a close thing. It's been, what, 43 hours since Harris warned me? Said collapse of the eastern line was imminent. Swarms launching some kind of pincer maneuver against versus the Wichita assailant. 5 or 6 days more, and I think Gaia could have launched without our help. I really do. We had to scramble. ZD became a madhouse, absolute bedlam, every team rushing to stabilize code and lock it down as the Gammas got evacuated, then the Betas. Once Gaia was on her way, I gathered the Alphas together to give them the bad news. Felt like I was going to throw up. But they already knew, of course. They knew the work wasn't really finished. Close, but not quite there. Still tests to run, kinks to smooth, work to do. So they accepted it. No Elysium for us. We'll spend the rest of our lives here, testing and polishing each subordinate function to perfection. Guess that's what you get when you recruit a bunch of obsessive... guess that's what you get when you recruit a bunch of obsessive perfectionists. Managed not to cry until I got back to my office. So, here we are, setting up Gaia Prime. And, yeah, such a close thing. Makes me feel nauseated all over again when I contemplate how the fate of life could hinge on coincidence. If I'd never proposed the Lightkeeper protocol, there never would have been living spaces constructed here. If I'd abandoned the protocol sooner, the necessary life support systems never would have been installed. If. At least we won't have to endure the creepiness of raising and training clones of ourselves. The genetic material was never processed out of cradle sites, so it's not even possible, for which I am glad. I really, really wouldn't want to spend time around a young Travis Tate, raised by Travis Tate. No. It'll be up to us to perfect Gaia. One generation only. Update. That was General Harris. The salient has collapsed. USRC expects to be overrun in 2 days, which gives us 72 hours at best to lock down and seal up. Buried alive, for life's sake. I'll go tell the others. We found all the quest data points. Fuck yeah. We're still waiting on some of these text files to be repaired. But otherwise we got all the text points. Fuck yeah. I find it very good for Aloy's character that she does stay humble throughout the entirety of her series. She doesn't want to be called the Anointed. She doesn't want to be the Savior. She doesn't want to be this big hero thing. She, in her viewpoint, she's just doing what she is supposed to do. She's just following the steps that Elizabeth and Gaia have laid out for her. That being said, I personally would honestly, just being straight up here, if I managed to win the fight against Hades in the final battle, I would be turning to everybody at the end of that and going, you may now bow. This is the one and only time I will allow it. Bow to me. Because, like, I feel like at that point you earned it, you know? Like, yeah, don't let everybody bow to you all the time, and don't let that kind of stuff get to your head, and don't accept that, but, you know, just the one time I feel like would be acceptable, and nobody would judge you for that. Is that the same one, or is that a new one? Better check. Is it the same one? I don't know why they do that.
Never thought I'd see that sunrise.
Also, this is why we're running back, just to give the Soapback journals a little bit of time. If I'm being honest, I don't think I've ever actually reached a point in the game where all of the Soapback journals have repaired. I don't know how long it takes. I could probably Google that during a quick cutscene.
Should be out there fighting machines.
Oh, wait, I forgot the elevator music. Ah, well, we're already here. Dee-da-dee-da-dee, ba-da-da-da-da. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da. Wee.
Won't find better wares. These aren't goods, they're necessities.
I've got a pair of sturdy ossuary. Would you like to...
Olin's apartment feels empty. Should I sleep? Did I leave anything unfinished? How could you sleep, Elizabeth, with a weight like this pressing on you? How did you, Rost, after you lost your family? Silence? Are you there? Guess I shouldn't ask ghosts for advice.
Ma'am, there are signs from the west. Sun King Avad awaits you at the Temple of the Sun.
Campfires, perhaps? Massing forces for the long march to the city gates?
That's not wood smoke.
Then what is it?
The end. Or how it begins, anyway.
The Deathbringers you spoke of?
To the guns! To the guns! Now!
By the sun, do as she says! Set loaded! All of you, be ready to fire! Will the guns hold them back?
We're about to find out.
Helis!
No! Rally the vanguard. Send reinforcements.
Aloy, no!
We need those guns!
He will cut you down!
Not this time!
You have vexed me long enough.
Should have caught me in a sun ring then.
Why do you fight?
Bleed
Ugh!
for the shadow!
Let the shadow enfold you!
Accept your weakness.
You're finished.
Only endless night awaits you. Meridian must run red to be cleansed.
If the Deathbringers keep firing, this bridge will go.
What are you for the terror of the sun?
The one who will take you down!
I am chosen. You came from nothing. You will die on nothing. A savage cannot understand destiny. Your fate was set.
He's too dangerous and close.
Die beneath the sun.
Can't let him in close.
I am chosen. This was not meant to be.
You're done. Hades is next.
The buried shadow will save me. I cannot. Ah!
Well, what did I learn? Holy fuck, I survived that. Well, not the most convenient way to get down here, but we survived it.
on the platforms!
Gotta get to another platform. It's taking a shot at me.
South! They're coming from the south!
Here it comes. Better move. Time to go. Incoming. Gotta drop it and move.
A wall in the attack! Lower your arm! But be wary!
Chance to catch a breath and prepare.
Man, I wish we had these weapons all the time. These things are nasty.
They know I'm here now. Don't want to be here when that hits.
From the sky! Death! All shadows descend on us! Take cover from the death!
Time to go.
Aloy! Aloy! Aloy!
Tab?
My own mother, you survived. I thought you were killed.
The others, are they...
No. Wounded, but alive, mostly. The machines blasted through, then kept going. They marched on the spire, dragging that thing with them.
Take care of the others, Tab. I've gotta go.
Aloy, go! We'll draw them. Now you face the true sun, Shadow Demons.
It's begun. Hades is transmitting. started the signal. It must have gotten through the defenses. The Nora. Aaron's vanguard. I have to get up there.
And this moment is why there's a fuck ton of Deathbringers and Corruptors all over the place in Forbidden West. Because they all came up out of the ground.
Gotta keep going. Keep pushing. Knew this wouldn't be easy. So no holding back.
Aloy! It's Aloy! Well, you can see that.
We thought you'd fallen at the ridge.
No, the ridge fell on me. Look, there isn't a lot of time left. I have to face Hades.
Not alone.
It's my fight. I can't ask you to come with me.
We were about to go over the top anyway, right?
Right.
Hawk and Thrush, let's go.
I should stock up. Last chance.
Did not think that through. What did I learn?
Arrival of Entity has been anticipated. Entity will not halt transmission. To contrary, calculations are precise. Presence of Entity has been accounted for.
More of them on the way.
All of you, focus on the new machines!
Time I've got left. I can do this.
Last one down, for now.
The metal children have fallen.
We've got time. Okay. Still got time.
We must not yield!
Another flight of machines! Are you ready?
Take them out first!
That's it. My way's clear.
Finish it, Aloy! Finish it now!
Master Override armed. To activate, state name and rank.
Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master Override activated. Purging Extinction Protocol.
Okay, Gaia. Sorry about that. Where was I?
You were telling a story.
Right. Yeah, so, like I was saying, it was a children's electronics kit, but I'd hacked the wiring to an auto battery and solar PV. So the grass caught fire. And, so did a tall pine that had stood there, I don't know, maybe 100 years.
Query. You were how old?
6. My mother was home, thank God, so she called the fire department, and after, she took me out to the lawn and showed me the dead baby birds, because there were nests in the pine tree.
Query. What did you feel?
I'm not sure. I remember yelling that I didn't care, and that's when my mother took my face in her hands and spoke.
Query. What did she say?
She said I had to care. She said, Elizabeth, being smart will count for nothing if you don't make the world better. You have to use your smarts to count for something. To serve life, not death.
You often tell stories of your mother, but you are childless.
I never had time. Guess it was for the best.
If you had had a child, Elizabeth, what would you have wished for him or her?
I guess I would have wanted her to be curious. And willful, unstoppable, even. But with enough compassion to heal the world. Just a little bit. Anyway, that's all I've got for now, Gaia. Time to tuck in.
I wish you a pleasant sleep, Elizabeth.
Thank you. I'll catch you tomorrow.
Oh, that end scene always gets me. Elizabeth managed to make it home, and Aloy managed to find her. And Aloy is pretty much everything Elizabeth would want in a daughter, let's be honest. And I like to believe that Gaia also learned at some point in her time that Elizabeth made it home and managed to find her suit and the ID marker with it, and that she grew those flowers that are around her. You know it's a good game when it has you sitting there for a little bit afterwards, just like, damn. And I've played through this game going on 6 or 7 times now. I've played through it quite a few times, and it still hits me like this every time. It's just so good. But with that, we have completed Horizon Zero Dawn Remaster. Do I recommend it? Yes. Holy fuck yes. I have seen so many comments on all different social medias of people claiming, like, you know, there are people that will post like side-by-sides of the original versus the remaster, and there's such an obvious difference. You can barely see anything in the original. The graphics were just lower quality, the background graphics were lower quality, the sound graphic was lower. All of it was just lower quality because it was older, and there were parts of it that definitely they rushed through. Because when they did for the Frozen Wilds, they were able to take more time on it, put a little bit more money into it, and it was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So, for everybody that's been, like, saying, you know, oh, it's not worth it, or oh, there's no difference, or oh, the original was better. You're lying. Go ahead and admit that you can't afford to purchase the remaster. That's totally okay. It's okay. Games are expensive. If you're not able to access the $10 upgrade for the remaster, it's ridiculous how much a game is. So don't worry about that. Don't stress, but don't complain about the game just because you can't afford it. Let's be honest. That's why you're complaining. You're complaining because you haven't played it. Otherwise, do I recommend the remaster? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. If you love Horizon Zero Dawn like I do, if it moves you every time you play it, if the story always catches your heart and always has you wanting to find out the next thing, get the remaster. If you're not able to get the upgrade, I am so sorry, but I do recommend it. Wait for it to go on sale, save up a little bit of money, whatever you want to do, however you want to go about it. I do truly recommend it. My stream does not do it justice. It is so beautiful in front of me right now. The details I can see that I didn't know even existed before is amazing. 10 out of 10. Do recommend Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered. Now, as for the next game, not exactly a surprise here. We're going to be playing Mass Effect 3. When are we going to be playing it is the question. I do actually have a doctor's appointment, literally 12 hours from now. So, not exactly going to be applicable for me to like stream a little bit beforehand because I'm probably going to sleep up until like I have no choice but to leave. So, with that in mind, and by the time I get back home, because it's going to take me an hour to get there, and then an hour to get home, and who knows how long I'm going to be, stuck in the office waiting to get called back, and then actually do the consultation of everything. It's just, chances of Ippy Jesus being home by the time I get back are very high. And not that I have a problem streaming with Ippy Jesus being home, it's just that I like for him to be able to play unabashedly with his friends and get loud and be himself and bitch out a particular couple of his group that for whatever reason can just never do their strikes right. Either way, I like to let him be himself. And so, when we were streaming earlier, he was here with me. He was awake, obviously, and he was having to be more quiet and not talk as frequently with his friends in multiplayer, and I don't want him to have to do that. I want him to be able to play. And so we will probably wait until Thursday to start Mass Effect 3. My mother tried calling me back to the house to watch more shows, and I told her I was just straight up, I can't do it this week. We have stuff to catch up on for content because I have a deadline to reach with Avatar. I have been sick. I had to go to the ER. I don't want to drive an hour to go sit and watch a show that you have already rewatched. Don't get me wrong, love my mother. I really do. Truly I do. But holy shit. And also, if you're wondering about me complaining about the mother that pops in the chat, this is not the one I'm talking about. I have a birth mother and my adoptive mother. The adoptive mother's the one I'm talking about. But bless her fucking heart and soul, I have been wanting her to watch Encanto with me for like over a year now. I have brought it up every chance I get whenever she talks about her shows. I'm like, well, have you watched Encanto? I genuinely believe she would truly love it if she would just sit down and watch it with me. And so I brought it up to her. I was like, well, let's watch Encanto. And she was like, well, we can watch it after we finish this series that I am rewatching with you. And like for me, it's the first time I'm watching from. Please no spoilers. We are barely into season 1. But it's the first time I'm watching from. I am enjoying it, don't get me wrong. But she's rewatching it, those episodes are an hour long, and there's 3 seasons of From now. You really can't take an hour and a half of our watching time to watch Encanto with me. We have to watch through the whole From series before we can watch the one movie I really want to watch. It is what it is. But it does make me a little bit sad and frustrated. But yeah, anyway, Mass Effect 3 starting most likely on Friday. Or not Friday, Thursday. We will stream all day Thursday. We will stream all day Friday. We might do some weekend streams. Maybe. It Be Jesus will obviously be home, but Jimmy will be available as well on the weekend because he plays with It Be Jesus. They play together. It'd actually be very convenient for me to be able to ask It Be Jesus, who's sitting right next to me, a question, and he just relay it immediately to Jimmy, and I get a direct response. That'd be super nice. But, like I said, I like for It Be Jesus to be able to be himself when he games. So, I'll think about it. But either way, we're going to have most of the whole of next week to play through Mass Effect 3. We are going to be doing long streams. Long streams. And none of this 3-hour bullshit. If we want to cut it short somewhere to do like make it like, oh, this is a good place to like cut this particular stream off, we can do that, but we're starting up again immediately as long as I'm able and streaming again. If we have to do multiple streams a day, we will. Because I really, really, really want to stream Avatar the day it comes out. And because I'm slightly might be rushing Mass Effect 3, but I don't know. I feel like I play games at a pretty decent, steady pace. If you go through my playlists, they're all about the same length, even with really long games, because I'm pretty efficient in them. And I've been pretty efficient with Mass Effect, so I think it wouldn't really be rushing it. I think we can actually manage it if we just stick to it and stream consistently for a week. We can finish it. I am super excited to get into it. Gorilla babies! We love production babies. Because the bigger the amount of production babies, the more work was put into the game. I can't remember how long Red Dead's babies are, but they have like a big list. But yeah, I'm very, very excited to get into Mass Effect 3 and continue the story of Shepard. And I'm also slowly but surely reaching the point where It Be Jesus and I getting PC setups is more and more possible. Oh, are these the remaster credits? Oh, it's pretty. Gosh, this looks so beautiful. Like, I know my stream is not picking up the quality, but holy shit. This looks real. This is so good. Everybody say thank you to the developers that helped work on the remaster. We love you. We appreciate you. And of course the original developers of the whole game itself. We always appreciate them. I feel like I was going to talk about something else, but I can't remember what it was. We went over Mass Effect 3 being the next game. I'm excited about it. Avatar. I'm excited about Avatar. I have a feeling I know what it's going to be about, but I'll wait to talk about that whenever it's getting closer to time. I guess I could talk a little bit more about my ideas for an official edited video, because at the beginning of this stream I talked about wanting to show off very particular data points that I think are forewarning us of who truly is the enemy that we meet at the end of Forbidden West and will be our main focus if they make a third game. And yes, I know we already have a name for that enemy, but I believe that there is a deeper thing behind it, that it is not just what we have been told it is, that it is something bigger. And there are actually data points, not just in Zero Dawn, but Forbidden West as well, that actually talk about this entity, and I truly believe that this entity is the enemy. So what I'm going to do whenever we get a PC set up is I'm going to go around and find all of these data points, probably in both games, and edit them all together and just make a official edited video discussing what we found in the data points and discussing my reasonings for why I believe this entity is the enemy. But yeah. I'm a little bit nervous because it's been a very long time since I've done video editing of any kind, but it's a thing I can't learn and relearn. I didn't know how to animate until I started animating. I didn't know how to make a VTuber until I sat down and did it. So, when it comes down to that moment, I just gotta sit down and do it. And I just hope it comes out very nicely. I really would like to get to a point when we have a PC set up, because I plug my Instagram, I have it on my bio, and I talk about it sometimes, but nobody ever goes to it. And I think it's just because Instagram is a very particular app. I don't think it's allowed in quite a few countries as well. And I would really like to be able to make video compilations of my screenshots that I get, because I get a lot of really good screenshots. When I'm streaming, I don't get screenshots very often, like set up ones, where I go out of my way to use photo mode and get everything set together nicely. But I get a lot of them when I'm just playing for fun on my own. Y'all have seen it in Red Dead 2 and AC Valhalla, because I'm do more with photo mode in those, being no mic, than I do on my regular streams. But I have gotten literally thousands. Look, gorilla babies! For the remaster. Aww. But I have thousands of screenshots from Red Dead Redemption 2 alone. So it'd be really cool to pull them all together and make a little compilation video of all of my little screenshots. Maybe do timestamps for particular ones that I'm super proud of. Gosh, this looks amazing. It really does look so real. It feels like they just went to a real place and they just did a drone shot. It wouldn't surprise me if that actually was it. No, that couldn't be right. Because the fire is obviously still very animated in style. But the rest of it looks so freaking good. The stonework detailing, the metalwork is amazing. They really just took the opportunity in these credits to show off, like, look at, did you notice all this detail we did? I did notice, developers. When you put in those teeny tiny details, you're putting them in for players like me. We notice, we appreciate them. This is your very last moment. If you have not voted over on my poll that is on my community page right now for Horizon Forbidden West being streamed, go do it right now. The game's almost over, and when we are finished with the game and I end this stream, I'm closing that poll. It's going to be done. Go, vote. Remember, it does not take priority over Mass Effect or Avatar. It's just, do you want to watch it be streamed? Do you want to watch me play through it again? We will be playing Forbidden West, New Game Plus, Ultra Hard mode. It's gonna go ultra hard. Quick, go vote. Hurry. We're not doing much here. We're just watching the credits and oohing and awing at the pretty graphics. Ooh. Ah. So pretty. I notice you, environment people. I notice you. Y'all have done a great job. I don't think a lot of people that have been replaying have realized the amount of detail in the environment that they added in. There's so much they put in. Like, the stalls in Meridian actually have items in them, and they have different stock depending on where you go. It's really cool. The textures aren't repeated textures on things anymore. Now each little thing has its own different texture and color style and palette to it. It's really good. Also, That one particular dude, that one scientist for Zero Dawn, said that he couldn't save the bloody birds of paradise, but look what's planted all around Meridian. Right here. These are birds of paradise. Somehow, some way, they got saved. Maybe there's another set of seeds that was planted somewhere and waiting, and he just didn't know about them, or maybe he thought they'd be too small and wanted another sample. They had a pretty decent sized team for the remaster. Good for you, devs. Good for you. I appreciate your input, Samara. I'm actually genuinely pleasantly surprised by the amount of people that want to see me stream Forbidden West. I honestly thought that if it did win streaming, it would be on No Mic, and No Mic has gotten no votes. Actually, it's very sweet of y'all. Oh, thank you. Now that it sits with me, that's very kind. Oh. But yeah, it's looking like Forbidden West stream is gonna win, which I'm more than fine with. I love Forbidden West, and it's been long enough that I can replay it for certain. So I'm replaying No Man's Sky right now. They've added a lot of stuff to it. If you haven't played it in a while, I recommend hopping on, but get ready. There's a lot of shit that they've added. It's pretty cool though. It's really worth it. For in 7 Day, they added in a beachhead expedition. And it's like a community mission thing. It's like a really long-winded thing. It has multiple phases and like goals to reach. But the reward for completing it was getting the Normandy as a frigate. And I got it. I got the Normandy in No Man's Sky. I'm super happy about it. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. Alrighty. Do I skip the Frozen Wilds rolling credits? Yes, but only because I have let them roll through in their entirety in the other playthrough. But just in case, real quick. Credits to people. Thank you, devs. Look at the Frozen Wilds gorilla babies. Oh, so cute. Yay. Good for them. Alrighty. Dun dun dun.
Hello, old friend. Remember me? We've still so much to discuss. So much you never revealed. Your masters, for example. The ones who sent the signal that woke you. Knowledge has its rewards, don't you think? Well, let's begin.
getting able to re-see that scene, they actually did a pretty good job of like matching it in Forbidden West. The only difference between that scene and Forbidden West is that obviously in Forbidden West there's like a huge hollowed out valley that it was like walking over. But otherwise it looked pretty much the same. Nice. Congratulations on defeating Hades and protecting Gaia's dream of an Earth reborn. The state of the world has been restored to just before the looming shadow prior to the final battle for Meridian. You keep all the loot and experience from your successful playthrough. Additionally, New Game Plus has been unlocked, granting the option to play the game again from the beginning with all the loot and skills you've accumulated throughout this playthrough. A New Game Plus loadout of your current inventory and skills has been created. To play in this mode, simply choose the New Game Plus option in the main menu. You can also create new loadouts via the pause menu in the game. Thank you for playing, thank you for watching. The Horizon team, and me! Alrighty. With that, we have officially finished Horizon Zero Dawn. The next time we stream will be on Thursday, and we will be getting started with Mass Effect 3, getting right back into Sky Shepherd's story. I'm extremely excited. Oh, I'm so excited. It's going to be so much fun. And don't get me wrong, I have loved this Horizon Zero Dawn remaster, but I played Horizon Zero Dawn before. It's going to be super amazing to get into a fully new game and go into it, for the most part, blind with Jimmy holding my hand. But, for now, if you spent time here today with me and Aloy and all of her allies here in Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered, then thank you all so very, very much for taking the time out of your day to spend it here with us. I greatly appreciate you doing so. And a friendly reminder, although that is my outro every single time, it does not mean that I mean it any less. I mean it every single time I say it. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Subscribers, non-subscribers, watching shorts, watching full videos, using timestamps, putting it on 2x speed, whatever it is, I appreciate you being here and being yourself. Thank you. I hope that everybody has a very wonderful day. If you have to go to work or go home from work, or in my case, go to a doctor's appointment, please be very, very careful, and I will see you all on Thursday. Thank you so very much for watching, and goodbye. Wait, real quick, because before I forget, it's been a year. I've been streaming for a year now, November 7th. I've officially been streaming for a year, and I started streaming with this game. I started my streaming career, I guess you could call it that, with Horizon Zero Dawn on my PlayStation 4 Black Widow, who was barely able to stream that thing at like 360. It was awful. But that's where I started. And a year later, 407 videos later, 221 subscribers later, here I am replaying the remastered version of that game. And I am only growing. I am only getting better and more confident in my games. Thank you all so very, very much for being here. I really appreciate you. To another year. Thank you for watching.